Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome in. Baby here from MotivationNation.com, your home for everything money. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. And today we have our week 1 NBA reactions right now. And then later we are going to do our week 2 NBA predictions before our video does come out. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys do subscribe right here to my YouTube channel. We are on our way to 70 subscribers. And yeah, so just in case you guys are new here to the channel or you guys haven't really seen me do my reactions. So basically what we do in NBA, we don't do tier lists like we do in the NFL. Instead, we just go through the games throughout the week, and then we'll go with... I'm not going to sit here and talk about every single game because that will take forever, so we're just going to talk about the games that I want to talk about. So yeah, so without further ado, you guys will get it. So yeah, you guys, I think you guys will understand, but let's go ahead and get into some reactions. Alright, so let's start off. We got the Lakers at Denver. I do want to talk about this game, so starting out with the Tuesday games. Got the Lakers at Denver. Lakers, we probably won the game. I mean, honest, I know this pick did come back to bite me because Nuggets are really hard to beat in Denver. But here's the reason why we lost this game. I'm gonna tell you guys the real reason why the Lakers lost this game. Is because of this man right here, Anthony Davis. He scored 34 points. He looked effective in the first half, but he scored absolutely nothing in the second half. Yeah, that's right. Nothing. He scored nothing in the second half, and that's what made us lose the game. LeBron, he still looks good, even though you're 21. 10 for 16 for 21 points. That's acceptable. Our starting five did good. It's just our bench didn't really help us out. Meanwhile, for Denver, their stars just absolutely kicked our ass in this entire game. Jokic especially, 29 points, 12 for 22, 11 assists. Jokic just kicked our ass the entire night. We couldn't defend Jamal Murray for 3-point range, 3 for 5. He also shot 8 for 13 and 21 points. We just couldn't guard the Nuggets starters. We just couldn't do it, and their bench was more productive than our bench was. So yeah, that's the reason the Lakers lost. The Suns and the Warriors, I do want to talk about this game because I am shocked at the fact that the Suns won this game in Golden State. I mean, Kevin Durant's return, 7 for 22, really struggled, had 18 points, but Devin Booker absolutely went off, 13 for 21 for 32 points, and their bench was productive because they have 3 people in the positives. Now, 3-point shooting for Phoenix wasn't the best. They could have done better, but I'm not going to complain about it. And in Nikola Jokic, he looks way better than DeAndre Ayton in Phoenix. So I think Phoenix did make the right trade. For a second, I thought it was a wrong trade for them to make, but this week proved to me that was the right pick to make. So good job, Suns. Way to get the job done. Oh, you're right. I forgot to talk about the Warriors side of things. Meanwhile, for the Warriors, Stephen Curry had 27 points for 20 shots, only 4 for 14 from the 3-point range, actually. Chris Paul, he kind of struggled, 4 for 15, 14 points. I mean, he scored 14 points. That's pretty impressive for Chris Paul, but 4 for 15 shooting, I don't know about that one. He did drop a couple dimes, though. We had 9 assists. Yeah, but anyway, it was just shocking that the Warriors lost. If you look at the stat line, you would think this would be an all-day Warriors win, but no, it wasn't. The Suns won. Alright, next up, let's take a look at the Wednesday games. Once again, we're not going to talk about all the games, but we're going to talk into the games I want to talk about. So, Hawks and Hornets, I do want to talk about this game real quick because I'm shocked that Atlanta got their asses kicked like this. The score didn't reflect it, but I just felt they got their asses kicked. Trae Young really struggled in this game. He scored 23 points, I don't know how, but he shot 4 for 19 from the field and 1 for 9 from 3-point range. Well, majority of his points are coming from the free throw line. He was 4 for 15. Hawks starters was pretty good in this game. And their bench was it wasn't bad. Johnson's the only one that really showed up for them off the bench. Meanwhile, for the Hornets, Melo Ball had 15 points, trying to get his gear back to rhythm after missing almost a year. PJ Washington had 25. Terry Rozier really stepped up. He had 24. And their bench looked like it was more productive than Atlanta's. So this was shocking. I wasn't expecting this, but good win for you. I'm impressed. Wizards and Pacers, I don't need to talk about that. I think we already knew the Pacers were going to win that game. Celtics and Knicks, this game was very good. It was very good. Actually, I do want to talk about this game real quick. I mean, just look at the Celtics starters. I mean, not the best performance you can see, but the thing is, I don't think you're going to get all these guys that have the same good performances on the same day, because it's going to be kind of hard, especially with how much time they have on the floor. JT had 34 points. Porzingis had a really good debut with 30 points. Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Jrue Holiday, them three really struggled, but I guess it didn't really matter. And Celtics bench didn't really do anything in this game, but they still won. Meanwhile, looking at the Knicks, RJ Barrett, he did really good this game. He shot 8 for 20, but he did get 24 points. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle both struggled, and their bench, Emmanuel Quickley, literally tied for led the team in scoring with 24 points of his own. Not a bad win, not a bad loss for the Knicks. They just gotta perform better than this a little bit. Next up, we have the Rockets and the Magic. Don't really want to talk about that. Magic won by 30. We can move on. Cavs beat the Nets. I'm not gonna look at this game, but this game was very shocking. I mean, I picked the Nets to win this game, and it backfired me. The Cavs won, and yeah, I mean that game could have went either way. So I'm cool with the outcome. Pistons had the Heat. I do want to talk about this game because this game was an embarrassing win for Miami. I mean, Cade Cunningham looked like he was ready to torture that Miami defense. He scored 30 points, 13 for 27. He also shot 4 for 9 for 3. Like, Cade Cunningham, he looks like he's back to himself. Well, we didn't really get to see him last year. Well, it's good to see him this year. That's basically all I got to say about the Pistons, though. I mean, that's all I got to say. We were looking at the Heat. Once again, an embarrassing loss. I'm an embarrassing win for them. Jimmy was 6 for 18. Bam was 7 for 13, 22 points. Tyler Hero, 7 for 24 shooting, 16 points. Duncan Robinson, 15 points, 3 for 5 3-point range. And they only won by 1 point. Miami, that was kind of embarrassing for you, I'm not going to lie. Alright, next to the Timberwolves and Raptors. Not really much to talk about there. I mean, low scoring affair, not much to say there. Thunder beat the Bulls exactly how I thought was going to happen. Pelicans beat the Grizzlies. I mean, I do want to talk about this game. I am shocked that the Memphis Grizzlies did not win this game. Zion Williamson looks good in his return, 23 points. CJ McCollum, 24 points. Like the entire like New Orleans, starters did really good, and their bench was okay. I mean, it wasn't that too bad. Moving on, Memphis, they didn't perform too bad in this game. Like, Desmond Bane had 31 points to lead the team. Jaren Jackson Jr. only had 8 points, which is kind of uncharacteristic. And, yeah, Marcus Smart had 17. But besides that, I don't really think the team really played that good in this game for them to get the win. Kings at the Jazz, I think we all knew what was going to happen besides Malik Monk throwing a dunk. That was disrespectful as hell. Mavericks beat the Spurs. I mean, nothing too shocking to say here, but I do want to look at this game because we saw a lot of good performances in this game. Luka Doncic had 33, Kyrie Irving had 22. Like, there's just a lot of good performances. Even the Mavericks bench, as you can see, was really productive in this game. Tim Hardaway had 17, Lively had 16, Green had 11. Like, this Maverick team was productive, and their bench unit is basically the reason why they won this game. Meanwhile, looking at the San Antonio Spurs, I mean, Victor, he did really good. I shouldn't really let him. I'm not gonna say that. I mean, he did good in the start, not very good though. He only took 9 shots, 3 for 5 3-point range, which is really impressive to be that tall and still knock down 3-pointers. But yeah, I told it. This San Antonio team they're headed towards the right direction. Like they're headed towards the right direction to be a good team. Give them a couple of years, this team will be good. Next, we have the Trailblazers at the Clippers, and there's really no reason to talk about there because that game was exactly what I expected. Thursday games. This is my first undefeated day. Had the Suns and Lakers and Bucks and Sixers. I don't think there's really for the Suns and Lakers. I don't really have anything to say about besides the fact that we almost let KD Suns beat us. KD, we almost let the Suns beat us with only KD and no D Booker Bradley Beal, which is kind of embarrassing. That's why I do think this is an embarrassing win by the Lakers. But I do want to talk about this Bucks and Sixers game real quick. Look at the Sixers. They performed really good in this game. Joel Embiid, you would think Joel Embiid shot better than 9 for 21 from the field, but he had 24 points. I thought he had at least like 30 something. Tyrese Maxey had 31. He shot really good from the field, 10 for 22. That's efficient. Kelly Oubre Jr., I don't know where the hell he's been, but he deserves to be a starter in this team. 27 points, 9-11 from the field, 5 or 6 people ran. Like this brother deserves to be in the starting lineup. Meanwhile, looking at the Bucks, Giannis had 23 points. And it was all right, but he had 7 turnovers though. He got to limit the turnovers a little bit. Brook Lopez had 13 off the bench. I don't know what I'm saying. Damian Lillard, pretty good debut if you're asking me. 9 for 20, 4 for 12 from the field, and had 39 points in this one. And the Bucks bench was productive. It really was. Bobby Portis led the way with 10 points there, so good win by the Bucks. But it was kind of embarrassing though. I mean, you didn't have James Harden, only won by 1 point. So what can I say? But you're playing against a tough Philly team, so I can't really say. All right, next up, let's take a look at the Friday games here. Pistons beat the Hornets. I was definitely not expecting that. I was expecting the Hornets to win this game, but they didn't. But I don't really want to talk about it. I really have nothing to say about it. Nuggets beat the Grizzlies. I mean, I knew it was going to happen. I knew the Grizzlies were not going to have enough to beat Denver, even though they did put up a really good fight against them. Knicks against the Hawks. I was wrong on this pick. I picked the Hawks, and the Knicks won. The Knicks bounced back and won, so props to you, Knicks. Heat and the Celtics. I do want to talk about this game real quick. Jimmy Butler. I thought Jimmy Butler was going to have a better performance than 14 points and 3-11 from the field. But Tyler Hero did have a good performance. 10 for 20 for 28 points. Bam had a good game. 27 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this would be the reason why the Miami Heat lost this game is because their bench really did nothing. Swift with 9 points. Duncan Robinson only had 9 points. Thomas Bryant only had 2 points. Their bench didn't perform good, so that's the reason I guess they lose in this game. Meanwhile, for the Celtics, as you can look, their bench really did nothing in this game either. But it's just their starters that just absolutely kicked the shit out of Miami. I mean, just look. You have 3 players in 20-plus points, and the other 2 are 17, almost 20 points. I mean, you can't win a game if your starters are performing as well as the Celtics did here. As an opposing team, you're not going to win a lot of games. All right, next we got the Thunder at the Cavs, and this was kind of surprising, but the Thunder won. But I'm not going to talk about it. Actually, yeah, I should talk about it because again, we saw a lot of good performances. SGA 34 points. Lou Dort did really good, 25 points. Chet Holmgren he's getting underneath his legs a little bit. He shot 16 points, 3 from the 3-pointer, honestly. And then the Thunder's bench was absolutely horrendous. Meanwhile, looking at the Cavs, their bench was definitely more productive than the Thunder was, but they ended up on the losing side of this. Caris LeVert 17 points. Max Strus only had 8 points, which is kind of shocking. Donovan Mitchell had 43 points. Typical Donovan Mitchell, 15 for 27 from the field. Besides that, I don't think the Cavaliers really had a lot of offense besides Caris LeVert and Donovan Mitchell. So that's the reason I can see him losing here. But good win for OKC, though, Good win for him. All right, next we have the Bulls and the Raptors. This game was very good, but I'm not going to talk about it because the Bulls only won 1 point. Rockets and the Spurs, very good performance out of Victor Wembanyama in this game. 21 points, 12 rebounds. And Sanjay, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but I'm sorry, but he also had 25 points. He also did really good. Besides them 2, nobody really did do anything. But now I got the Nets at the Mavericks. Dallas had 49 points, and that's basically all you need to know. But give credit to Cam Reddish. He had 30 points of his own. So I'm not gonna actually. I should talk about this game. I mean, I knew Dallas was gonna win, but I didn't think Brooklyn was gonna hang around like they did. Mikal Bridges had 18 points, not a bad performance. I mean, this Nets team didn't really have a bad performance. It's just Dallas that just overpowered them. Look, even their bench didn't perform good. Lonnie Walker, man, I wish the Lakers still kept Lonnie Walker. He had 14 points. Bryce O'Neal had 11 points. Meanwhile, looking at Dallas, this was just a Luka show. That's basically all this was. I mean, Tim Hardaway did good off the bench, but besides that, this was just a Luka show. Luka absolutely kicked the Nets defense ass. Clippers and Jazz. I knew the Clippers were going to go out that lose. I'm not going to talk about it. Mavericks and Trailblazers. I mean, it was alright, but it wasn't the best. Warriors and Kings. Stephen Curry and Darren Fox both have huge nights, but Stephen Curry won the battle. All right, let's take a look at the Saturday games. Pistons and Bulls. Not going to talk about that. Grizzlies and Wizards. I'm surprised the Wizards won, but I'm not going to talk about that one either. Pelicans and Knicks. I knew the Pelicans were going to win that game. Pacers and Cavs. This one was also kind of shocking, but it's also not shocking at the same time with him missing Donovan Mitchell. But give props to Evan Mobley. He had 33 points. He did good. Sixers beat the Raptors. That's not shocking. Timberwolves beat the Heat. Once again, I knew the Heat were going to fall in that trap and lose. And the Suns and Jazz. Yeah, I knew it. All right, so really nothing to talk about Saturday. So let's go into the final day of Sunday. And I do want to talk about this Lakers versus Kings game that happened last night. This was not a bad performance out of the Lakers. Like, it wasn't. LeBron had 27 points, but he had to play 39 minutes. I think that's asking a little bit too much from him. 80 42 points, not a bad performance. 30 points, 11 12 from the field. Only took him 2 3-pointer attempts. Taurean Prince did really good. 20 points, 5 for 13 from the field. I mean, this is, and even their bench was a little bit productive. Rui Hachimura came in the fourth and just started banging threes. Christian Wood did really good. I thought he had a big impact. I mean, for the Lakers, they just gotta play smart basketball. I don't know why Gabe Vincent played 32 minutes. Maybe give some of those minutes to Christian Wood and Rui Hachimura. But I just don't really get the Lakers. They just make stupid mistakes at the end of the games. They just have the wrong lineups out there. Meanwhile, like, to close the game for the Lakers, you should have had LeBron, AD, Rui Hachimura, Christian Wood, and D'Angelo Russell. Like, that five is a five that you have to go to close that floor. I don't care if you're big. That's just the route you have to go. Meanwhile, for the Kings, I mean, just tip your hat to them. They play well. Darren Fox came out of injury and still scored 37 points. That man's a warrior. Domantas Sabonis, 12 points. He had a really big impact in this game. Kevin Huerter had a big impact. Malik Monk has to be one of the best bench players I've ever seen. 7 for 17. I mean, not ever seen, like, as I've seen this year. He should be in 6-man of the year contention. 22 points. Like, Malik Monk was absolutely sensational in this game. Like, basically everything that you asked for the Kings to do, they did it. All right, Denver at OKC. I do want to talk about this game because I was not expecting OKC to get their asses kicked like this. I mean, just look at Denver. Like, Denver is seriously unstoppable. Murray had 19, Jokic had 28, Michael Porter Jr. had 20, Aaron Gordon did struggle, but KCP struggled. But just look at their bench. Christian Brown, 23 points. Watson, 17 points. Like, once again, everything that you expected Denver to do, they did it. Meanwhile, to OKC, SGA, this is probably one of the worst performances I've seen out of SGA. Only 7 points, 2 for 16 from the field. Chet Holmgren did good, though. 19 points. Lou Dort did okay. Jamal Williams did all right. Their bench wasn't really productive as Denver. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't as productive as Denver was. And yeah, that's the reason why OKC got smacked in the face. Warriors at Houston. I'm not going to talk about that, even though Stephen Curry cooking Dillon Brooks was really fun to watch. But besides that, I'm not really going to talk about that. We're going to skip the Heights and Bucks for a minute. Cavs and Sixers, really nothing to say about there. I mean, we kind of knew the Sixers were going to kick their ass. And the Spurs and Clippers, not really much to say about here either because, like I said, we all knew that the Clippers were going to kick the Spurs' ass. But I do want to talk about this game. Milwaukee, how the hell did you get your asses kicked by Atlanta? I mean, this was just an embarrassing game by the Bucks. I mean, just give the credit to Atlanta. They just completely outworked the Bucks from start to finish. Bench was productive. Stars were productive. Everybody scored 10-plus points in their starting lineup. Like, this was just a plain and simple ass whooping. Meanwhile, looking at the Bucks, Giannis was strong. 26 points, 9 for 14 from the field. But Damian Lillard, my gosh, 2 for 12 from the field, 2 for 8 from 3-point range, and only 6 points. let me tell you something right now. If Giannis or Dame is going to score like less than 10 points, you guys are not winning a lot of games. But Malik Beasley, he was pretty good, 6 for 12, 18 points, and their bench it's not really productive as it was before. So yeah, so that's all I gotta say about week 1, and then we'll get started with week 2 right here. All right, so I don't know if I should have a tier list for these reaction videos. I'm still planning on it, so if you guys do see it next week, you guys will see it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I do appreciate everybody's support. They watch some Monday Night Football between the Lions and the Raiders, and we'll get into that tomorrow. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate everybody's support. Peace out. We'll see you guys in week 2 NFL, week 2 NBA reactions. We'll see y'all later.